Here we are, week 9, illegal formation. And what do we have here? A legend in the legal industry, no other than Tampa's own Anthony Rickman. Anthony, love that you're here, pal.
Thanks for having me.
So backstory, Anthony's one of the best criminal defense attorneys in the state of Florida. He's blessed us today to come in for a legal formation. We got the 3 games for week 9. And then we're going to do an overtime segment, talk about some laws that are coming in the state of Florida. Who better, because they're all criminal defense, than the man himself. Anyway, cousin, take us away. Give us a short recap on week 8. How do we do? I'm feeling pretty good because I see a little comeback started.
Yeah, you were hot last week. A lot of green on the board for Rob. He finishes the week 4-1.
He did it bad.
I went 3-2. Both of our records now stand at 9-12. And then the guest spot is 2-4. And so, Anthony, we have here today to try to get that guest spot record.
You just got to get 500, right?
So at the end of the day, our boy Anthony Macaluso comes in, head coach, King High Baseball, picks them, goes 2-4. So hey, look, man, only up from there, brother. All right, G. So last week, the crazy part too is we didn't lose together in terms of our one loss. I got nipped because you took Miami, unbelievable pick at Atlanta. That's where I got nipped, and then ultimately you got nipped by the Bucks with New Orleans and Green Bay with the at home or on the road against the Steelers.
Yeah, I was excited with the Saints because like it was at 5.5 and we picked, and then by game time it was like 3.5, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting to the edge here, and then Tampa ended up winning anyway.
I'm not gonna say I wasn't nervous. Way to go, Bucks! I am a little nervous now. Anthony Rickman, Tampa guy, knows all about the Bucks. Anthony's short segment right here, we'll just touch on. A little nervous how banged up we are. Yeah. I see Mayfield coming off a little bit of that elite pay. I'm not 100% sold. I know a lot of guys love the offensive coordinator. But right now, I don't know if it's injuries. I don't think we're gelling as much as we did in the first 2 or 3 games, man.
What, going for it 5 times at the 1 yard line and not getting in? I mean, how could you not love that?
Dude.
No, but look, Baker's banged up. Baker is playing hurt. He's a dog. Yeah. He plays hard. Love his style of play, but he's hurt. And you could tell since that oblique injury, he hasn't been the same guy.
And is Bucking Irving, it really seems like he's a freaking difference maker for the team. Don't get me wrong, we got Godwin. We got Evans, freaking Hall of Famer. I know that all hurts. But something seems different. I think you're right. I think there's a little injury to Mayfield that people might not be, so the bye can't be coming at a better time.
Yeah, look, the bye week is at the perfect time for this team. Not for the bye week. Who knows what we're doing? We're walking mass unit right now. I've never seen a team that banged up, but still perform so well. I mean, look, you got to give it to them.
6-2, trial lawyer will tell you a win's a win. So take them. It's the NFL.
Not if you're betting. A win's not a win unless you cover the spread, boys.
I love it. And with that, G, take us away. Set the table for Week 9, the Thursday game. Who's first up? Ravens, Fins?
Yeah, we got the Ravens at the Dolphins. Right now the Ravens are favored by 7.5. Guess that has to be a function of Lamar coming back this Thursday, or on track to come back this Thursday. So, I have some thoughts on this one, but I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, no, you start with a G. You lay it down. G's from the 305. We don't call him G money for nothing. I'm going to follow suit. Let's go G, Anthony, and I'll close this one.
All right. Well, the Ravens have been the apple of my eye for many years now, for decades. Just love what they've done long term. Just a stable franchise. Always play tough. Always play smart. They're winners. They're in a different class than the Dolphins, and we've had some rough games against them in the past.
Right.
Now, Baltimore is not as high class this year. Part of that's Lamar being injured. The defense is not playing up to snuff right now. But both teams coming off of big wins last week. Who can keep their confidence going? And so, looking at the records, Baltimore, they've only been able to beat the Bears and the Browns this year, so they're not world beaters as normal. And I think Miami maybe they get some momentum coming off that win. They start believing in themselves that they can do this.
34 points.
Feels good to win again. They've scored points at home. Normally I would pick the Ravens, but this year they've just been so inconsistent. I think Miami getting 7.5, if they can just keep it close within a touchdown, you got it. So I'm going with the Dolphins. Might be a homer pick, but I just don't see the Ravens being as strong as normal.
Luke put Garrett down for the Fins, even despite the 7.5. Let's see what criminal defense trial attorney to the stars, Anthony Rickman, says. Does he follow suit with the Fins, or are you going Ravens?
Not so fast, my friend. As the great Lee Corso would say.
Florida State guy.
Listen, the Dolphins are a bad team. They got lucky last week. They looked like they were contenders, but they are pretenders. Okay. At the end of the day, you're going to have the Ravens by double digits. Lamar's going to come back. I know they're not the same Ravens. Henry's not playing the same way. Lamar's banged up. Receiving core is but the Dolphins just bad. Tua can't hit open receivers. played like out of his mind last weekend, but I think he left it all on the field this weekend.
You
and
think 34 was a fluke? They can't put it up?
Not going to put up 34. Be lucky to put up 21.
Okay. Two things that scare me in the game. One, I keep watching the total points on this game kept moving the last couple of days. It's like in the 50s, now it's 60s. So I'm thinking, who the hell is going to put up 60 points between these two teams, right? Number two, Baltimore, 4-game skid. They ended by going no turnovers, 174 on the ground, and the defense only gave up 16 plays. But to Garrett's point, it was the Bears. Number two, Miami, 3-game skid, comes out, goes 4-2 against the spread. That's why I keep getting my teeth kicked in every time I don't pick Miami. They go up a season high 34 points. Waddle goes 95 yards 3 out of the last 4 games. So it has me terrified, right? Baltimore defense has been terrible. They're the worst in the league across the board. But then I look at the 50 to 60. Are we going to be in a shootout? I don't know what to do here. It's 7.5 on the road. Are the Fins that bad? I'm going to say that they are. I think Lamar's coming home to South Florida. I think he's going to cover by 10 is my prediction. And if not, I might have to pick the Fins again forever because they keep clicking me every time I go against them. So we go Anthony and Rob with Baltimore, G staying with the hometown Fins. I just didn't get enough last week. I don't know.
I mean, they only beat the number 2 defense in the league, put 34 points on them. But I agree with you. I think Miami is horrible. They're bad. I think they need to fire the coach and the GM, but I'm still picking them in this game.
It makes sense to pick them in because I don't like it. Waddle's been great, 95 yards. They're not missing the cheetah. They put up a high 34. It spells trouble. I'm just going with my gut that I think Lamar's got to save the season by going down there and putting up a W.
They need a W. They're in contention.
They have to.
Miami's done.
They have to. They're playing for their life.
And is Miami playing for picks now?
And the difference for me is 174 on the rushing and no turnovers. First time Baltimore's been able to do that. If they could cure the turnover problem, Henry, run the ball downhill, set the tone. So that's why they call it pro ball, boys and girls. Anybody can win any given Sunday. Gee, who's up next on the docket?
Normally it would go to the Bucks, but they're on the bye week, as we discussed. So we will move into Sunday night football. We have the Seattle Seahawks at the Washington Commanders.
I like it.
Seattle is favored by 3 right now.
I don't like
to
it.
kick this one off. I have a couple thoughts.
Okay, we're going to go reverse order. I'm going to start this one, then over to Anthony. I'm going to tell you, my boy, I don't like the game at all. Number one, it's only 3, the Hawks. They're playing well. They got to come all the way to Washington. I'm not real sure what that weather's going to do this weekend, right? We've got some storms out there. But to me, it all comes down to Jaden Daniels. If he plays, it's a difference maker. Now, for the fans at home, we shoot this thing on the Tuesday because we wait for the Monday night. We take our bets from the Hard Rock Casino right here in Tampa, Florida. Still waiting for that Council Oak. Let the lawyers in there, baby. Let's get that gift card. Let's rock it. Anyway, I'm going out a win because I'm staying with the Seahawks at 3. I think their quarterback play and their defense is good enough to cover the 3. If it was 6 or higher, I'd be really nervous on the travel. Anthony, you tell me I'm wrong or I'm right, but I'm going the Hawks on the road.
You are right.
I love it.
Look, end of the day, Washington, short week. Jaden Daniels banged up. Sophomore slump, or are we seeing who he really is? Or is he injury prone?
And if you're the coach, do you play him? Because it's a hammy. You know those things don't heal quick.
Look at Mike Evans. He had a hammy, now something else. You got to be careful. End of the day, Seattle is a top receiving team. Washington, bottom 10 defensive team. End of the day, you have their strength against Washington's weakness. I think Seattle's going to hang a high number on them. I think it's going to be ugly in Washington.
He says they don't even
I'm
know
not
they're
taking the
doing.
3.
He doesn't even know. The trial lawyer says the bookies don't know.
They don't
he
know.
says that the odds maker can't
I
do
think
it.
the Hawks go in there and they put it to them.
Yeah, well,
Talk to me, cousin. Talk to me.
Let me just pile on Washington because I'm going with Seattle as well. But
Let's go.
I agree with everything Anthony said about Washington's situation. But here's another thing for you guys, the viewers and everybody at home. Seattle's coming off a bye. They've won 10 of their last 11 road games, if you can believe that. So I think they're playing well. I trust Seattle more than I trust Washington right now. And I can see them coming away with a nice win here. So I'm also on the Seahawks.
That second half kind of scared me, on the game last night with Washington. It came out, fell flat, didn't get it going. I get it, Jaden's not out there. I think Mariota's a difference maker, meaning if he plays, he ain't Daniels. The whole offense is designed for him to get outside the pocket. If I'm a franchise quarterback, and I'm the general manager, I'm telling him, hey, kid, you're not playing until you're 100% healthy. So I'm going to just guess that he's not playing. But Luker, put us down, clean sweep. Everybody's taking the Seahawks on the road. How do you feel about that, Luker?
I like the birds.
Outstanding.
Likes to flap his wings.
All right, Anthony, you're going to lead us off on this one, brother. Monday night, I'm going to call it the ugly game. Cardinals at Cowboys. Cowboys are giving up 2.5, so the Cardinals are getting the 2.5. I don't know why it's that close, but talk to me who you like here.
Yeah, the line's scary, right? It
That's
shouldn't
terrible.
be that close.
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bite on it. I mean, I think Dak is playing
Out of his
MVP
mind.
football. You got CeeDee Lamb back. You have Pickens, who's, not crashing out, scoring touchdowns. I mean,
Last week doesn't scare you?
last week scared me a little bit, but
No defense, maybe that's why, because,
yeah, I mean, look, they lost Parsons. But they've been playing good ball.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals are a bad team. I mean, look, we have 3 games where you have good teams against really bad teams. And I hate being a homer and taking favorites, but I got to take the favorite here. I got to stick with the Cowboys.
Anthony can't stay away from the favorites, buddy. As a criminal defense attorney, you would think he might take the underdog a little bit, huh, Luker? Jeez. Now, at the same point, Cowboys defense, they need to add a defensive line. They got problems in the secondary. That 2.5 doesn't shake your confidence. Or is it because it's so little, hey, I think we can beat them by 3 and cover?
I think they cover. I think it's a case where you have, Murray's not what everyone thought he was going to be when he came to the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys, Dak is playing out of his mind. I think at the end of the day, the better team is going to win.
I like it. G-Money, talk to me. Going under the lights, do the Cowboys do it at home on Monday Night Football? Do they get up for the game, or they lay out again where they just look abysmal?
Yeah, I'm liking the Cowboys here just because the line is a huge factor. If they win by 3, you cash in. So, Arizona, big questions of Murray's even going to play or not. He's been injured.
True. Saw that on the wire.
I know Dallas has big questions on defense, but I think their offense can do enough to cover. And I think I just see them in a good bounce back spot from the Denver game to come back and be like, all right, hold on, guys. We're at home. It's Monday Night Football. Let's flush that last game. Let's go out and show the country, the world what we can do. And I think they can come away with the win.
Luker, I'm going with the boys here as well. I like Anthony and Garrett's points. What I wrote down in my notes before was the 2.5 and Dak kind of falling up on Anthony. He's playing elite football. If they had a winning kind of streak, if they were like the Bucs 6-2 or a better, they'd be talking about this guy in the MVP discussion. But at 2.5, I'm looking for Dak to roll and at least cover the spread. So I'm going boys at home on Monday night.
When I saw that line, I pulled out my phone and
Said, let me talk
had
to the Seminole Hard Rock Casino
Do
and let's
something,
get
man.
some counsel up,
If
dude.
it stays at 2.5, be concerned. Because if it doesn't get on that key, doesn't move up to 3 with the public all over the Cowboys,
Somebody knows
Something's
something
going
going
on.
Somebody better call Jerry on that 100. Talk to me, G. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
My producer is giving me hand signals I've never seen before. So talk to me, G. Walk me through the 3 games. It is a light week. So what do we got here for the board so we can mark it down?
Yeah, Thursday night, I'm on the Dolphins. Rob and Anthony are on the Ravens. Sunday night, we're all on the Seahawks. And Monday night, we're all on the Cowboys. So that should be easy.
yeah, Rob. What do you know?
Let's go,
What
brother.
do you know?
We do it again. Now this, I've got to say, Anthony, I'm a little scared of that 7.5. That's a big number down in Miami, brother.
Listen, don't be worried about that.
Look,
That's
the guy
a
gives
lot.
me
That
confidence.
is the
Luker, when we used to go
lock.
in this guy and coddling would give me all the confidence in the courtroom. That's what I need. We got it. Don't worry about it. I'd be over there going, God, it looks bad. Don't worry about it, man. Let's just let it fly.
Tua's good for at least 1 pick 6.
It's true. As the great Derek Valkenberg would say, sometimes you just got to run with what you brung, Luker. Let's go. That's week 9. Good closeout. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate everybody chipping in, wanting to be on the guest shot. Stay tuned. Overtime segment. 2 big ones coming at you. We're privileged and lucky to have Anthony Rickman with us, which is the new DUI laws, which impacts everybody. And number 2, big trespass law change in the state of Florida. Luker, take us away, buddy. Nice episode, boys. Outstanding.